Okay, welcome everyone to my first impressions of Empires and Allies. Now, this is a new game by the developer Zynga. Now, if that name sounds familiar, well, it should, especially if you've been playing Farmville or Words with Friends. They're the developers behind games like that. Um, so they decided to take things in a whole different direction with this game and try to make a Command and Conquer like iPad game. So I'm actually very eager to start this game and see where this goes. So I'm going to start this up. Actually, you know what? I need to put on Do Not Disturb mode because I don't want to get disturbed. All right, let's see how this game works out. All right, so increase the volume a little bit, see if there's some music. There's no music. Of course, I agree to Zynga's terms and conditions. But you know what? I realize I need to do is that. Okay, use A10s to destroy the enemy. Ooh, okay, fine. I'll do that. And I guess tap here. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. That is actually pretty neat. Deploy troops? Sure, I'll deploy troops. Alright, I have to put them where you want me to put them. And I guess more troops?
Pretty typical setup.
Alright. I will use Heckfire missiles and oh, nice. Whoa, that was cool. Alright, that's pretty neat. Get you right in the action. Use flares to direct troops. Alright. Fire!
Sounds good to me.
Wow. Alright, that's pretty neat. Alright, let me... Oh no, crap.
Let's pay him a visit. It's burning.
You can actually control soldiers here. That's pretty cool.
Alright, coordinates received. Yep, you got it. Let's pay him a visit. Heads up. Alright.
Wow, that's actually pretty neat. Who's that shooting me? Oh, attack him. Hit this guy. Whoever he is. Hit this guy. Take him out.
Coordinates received. Alright. Drop the attack ground. Sounds good to me. Got it. Coordinates locked.
Wow, that was pretty cool. All right. The graphics are pretty neat. So from what I'm understanding in this game, you have to develop your own kind of base. Okay, Lieutenant Eva. All right. Guard tower, of course. Build a guard tower. Can I build a guard tower where I want it? How about, I want to build it. No, you want me to build it where you want me to build it. All right, fine. Oh, oh, oh. Oh crap, somebody's attacking me.
Bring it down the hammer.
Oh, that's not good. That's pretty neat. Okay. Alright. Recruit troops. Sure. Alright, so I can build... Ooh, I can build a lot of stuff here. Alright. Alright. That's interesting.
Ranger here.
Alright, what do you want me to do?
Ranger squad.
Do that.
Ranger here.
Yeah, fine.
Reporting in.
So the graphics look pretty nice. It's a good first impression. Pro there. Alright, so it looks like there's a strategic view of this game. So doesn't look like there's actual countries. It's kind of like split up. This kind of feels more like a Risk, where I'm starting here. I wonder if this is more like a Risk type game. Am I this? I'm probably that big square right there. This is pretty neat. They got like these weird like satellite view and missile view. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna put some soldiers on the ground.
Look alive! Go, go! Keep moving!
I wish I can control individual soldiers. I'm gonna do
Oh,
supply stockpile. Alright, well. Alright, we'll build a few. So,
hit your targets! Let's go, Rangers!
So,
Booyah!
the only thing about this is, let me.
Look out!
Coordinates locked.
I wish I can control individual soldiers. You really can't. I mean, in the first part here, you can kind of tell soldiers, hey, you know, attack this direction, but only as a general whole. Yeah, collect gold, yeah. I don't know. It feels, to be honest, I don't want to go. I mean, you do have this nice. It's almost like a Risk type of thing where I'm conquering territory. So I conquered here, and I conquered there, and I'm moving up the boot, and I'm sure there's another enemy somewhere that's kind of making their own little boot, you know, kind of thing, and expanding. Eventually, we'll meet somewhere and do kind of Risk type game here. So I was kind of hoping for like more of a strategic kind of game where I don't have to go in out of strategic view into and tactical view here. So I don't know if this is just that base here, or do I have only one base and I'm kind of like expanding out? I mean, there's not that many options here, I guess. Alright, do that.
Hit your targets!
Consider it gone.
Booyah!
Commencing attack run.
Oh, yeah!
Alright, so I mean, I got a good first impression of the game, guys. Honestly, it feels a lot like the other games that are out on the market. You know, I was kind of hoping for a game that kind of takes it up a notch, you know, like that revolutionized mobile strategy wargaming. And I don't feel we're at that point yet. And I keep hoping for the next game to do it, the next game to do it. And I just feel like everybody's like looking at the games that are currently out there, or games like Clash of Clans and those type of games, and saying, hey, let's add our own different spin with a little bit better graphics, and we'll add like a Risk type feel to the game where, you know, you're climbing up a boot kind of. I mean, you're kind of not climbing up a boot, but like you're going province to province, and eventually you run into another player or something like that. I don't know. I just feel I'm tired of the same old, same old. I'm looking for something that's different. You know, it would be cool if, like, I don't know, instead of doing the same old thing like Clash of Clans where I'm building a base and in the same bloody place and expanding, you know, it would be cool if maybe, I don't know, that it's one big real-time strategy map. That would be really impressive. If I had a massive map that had 3 or 4, like maybe 4 or 5 players in it, and then, you know, a massive strategy game, almost like Command and Conquer, where, you know, you're kind of going from one end of the map to the other, or I think the other game was that I used to play, Rise of Nations was another good one, where you have one big map, and you have numerous players on that map, and you're fighting them instead of going from this mode to the strategic mode, going to this, and attacking here, and I have to go according to this kind of thing. So, I mean, pro-wise, the graphics are pretty nice. It you know, it gets you glued, especially with some of the action in the beginning, which is kind of cool. But I feel it's getting repetitive now. It's kind of going here and attacking again, the same thing I've been doing, and having my A10s do that, and my soldiers attacking again. And then they go after this headquarters. And it would be cool if, like, they did something different where I can control individual units. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm assuming there's going to be a bunch of in-app purchases soon. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so it looks like I have a different UI here. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright, so it gives me like a chat gift, alliance chat. Ooh, I wonder what that's about. Alright, so it looks like the tutorial is over. Leaderboards. Ooh, Persian Empire, that's interesting. So that's interesting. Okay. Let's build some. So there are other players in this map? I don't see anybody.
Wheels on the ground. Find your marks. Let's go. Metal ray. See ya.
Let me get my tank out of there.
Hit your mark. Booyah.
I'm gonna lose my...
See ya.
Attack on the
Ooh, that guy's gonna take a wallop there. There goes my tank. Or my LAV, I think. Oh, now I get my air support mission. But it would be really cool if I can control my units. Not just tell them where to go next. Am I playing with anybody else? I don't see anybody else on the map. I don't know. To be honest, guys, if I had to give a first impressions of this game, I would have to say that the graphics are somewhat better than the other games that I've played before. The only problem is, yeah, fine, it doesn't radically change things. It'd be cool, like, if you were able to control individual units like those soldiers here.
Ranger squad. Just shooting the breeze.
But you can't. You just kind of control them as a whole. So they're really not kind of pushing anything different. You know, you do have like certain little differences where you can send like a flare and say, all right, everybody go here, instead of just going automated. But it would be really cool if I can divvy up my soldiers and say, all right, I want 5 of you go here, 5 go there. That would add a new level of tactical combat. But I feel like this is Clash of Clans, and then maybe a little bit something more, but not much more. And I'm usually, I judge a game within the first 5-10 minutes of playing it, because within the first 5-10 minutes of the game you can kind of gain a feel of how the rest of it will progress. And so far, I mean, it's not, if it does get better, it's not going to be so much better that it's going to be like, whoa. It'll be like, oh, okay, this will get me for another day of playing, and that's about it. I don't expect too many surprises based upon what else I've been noticing. It's just upgrade the thing, upgrade that, and honestly, What drives me nuts about like these kind of games, and you have these developers that are like, oh, well, I think my game is going, like Empires and Allies here is going to take it up a notch. Well, this is not taking it up a notch. This is kind of saying, all right, I'm going to take a Clash of Clans and then maybe add just a slightly bit of difference, add a little Risk feel to it, and that's about it. And maybe improve the graphics just a little bit, 5-10% more. I mean, that's not a big jump in the right direction. But a big jump in the right direction is what a lot of what Matrix games is doing. You know, like a couple of games that I play is Commander: The Great War. That's a game that takes it up a notch. You know, throws you the whole map of World War I on the screen, says go at it. And that's a game that I'm more than happy to pay $10, even $20 for. So I mean, or another good example would be Ultimate General Gettysburg. You know, that's a game that pushes things up a notch, and that's what I'm looking for. And that's what a lot of gamers are expecting. You know, each game needs to take it up a notch. And some console, you know, and there are some developers out there that get it. But some developers that just want to replicate or just slightly tweak a design. So if I had to do pros and cons, guys, the pros are there's some really nice graphics. It adds kind of like another thing would be, it adds kind of, I think once I play a little bit longer, it'll probably add like a Risk type component, which I'll run into somebody and then we'll go to war kind of thing. Because based upon this, you got top alliances, and you can make alliances, it looks like, and friends, which is fine. It adds a new kind of, adds a nice feel to it. But the cons is, it feels like another Clash of Clans clone. You know, and just adding just that twinge difference to kind of separate it a little bit. And honestly, it doesn't innovate as much as I'm looking for it to do, as much as the gaming industry, strategy gaming industry, is looking to do. You know, you need to take steps forward, not, you know, tiptoeing forward, you know. So that's my first impressions. If you want a game, I mean, it's free on the App Store, so you're not going to be spending any money unless you want to get into the in-app purchases, which I'm assuming it's going to pop up soon, because eventually I'm going to run out of gold here. And I'm going to say, well, if you want to upgrade that building, you can spend 99 cents and do it. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Yeah, I'm sure it's coming because all these games require in-app purchasing, but I haven't seen that yet, so I'm gonna hold back from actually saying that. But so you're not gonna lose any money getting this game, but is it going to wow you and keep you glued to your iPad? Most likely not. It's probably a game you're gonna turn on, play for 10 minutes, and you're like, another Clash of Clans. There's a lot other better games out there. And I can tell you, my time, I'll probably be, after this, is probably going to go to Commander of the Great War or another game like Ultimate General Gettysburg. That's where I want to spend my time, because those games really kind of take it up that notch. They're going in that direction that we need to be going to. So that's it for my first impressions, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully with a better game. See you then.